No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds, 91. Cooktown, 527. Karen and Paul stood outside the front entrance of the Cooktown Library waiting for Balloony to tell them as he had crushed the tracking device within himself and was now free from the evil Brent Carter Brentsy knowing his whereabouts. But rather than receiving the good news they'd hoped for, they instead received screams of anguish and frustration from their non-permeable, helium-filled, sentient, telepathic, shape-shifting balloon. "Ah!" Balloony screamed. "Ah! I can't smash it," he managed to say before moaning in pain-filled frustration. "On our way, mate," Paul said aloud, flinging the door open and running through it, then sprinting towards the back of the library. "Wait!" Karen hollered after her husband. "Wait! Balloony, is the transmitter cracked or broken?" "No," Balloony again moaned piteously. "I couldn't do it. I don't have the leverage," then roared another wordless expression of grief and failure. "We're coming, Big P, we're coming," Karen said as she followed in Paul's wake. Arriving at the workshop door, Paul flung it open, ran to Balloony, and stroking his eye asked, "Should I release you from the vice?" Yes, Balloony moaned dejectedly. "Release me. I just couldn't crush it. What do we do now?" "We try another way," Karen said. "We don't quit. We'll try another way. What if Paul and I were to work together? We'll have much better leverage than you, and we could use a cheetah bar, something to give us even more leverage." "No," Paul said, bringing his hands, palms facing downward in front of his chest, then flinging them out to his sides once while shaking his head back and forth, repeated. "Absolutely not. Are you insane, my love? You're pregnant. You will not expose yourself to radiation." "Paul, we weren't telling anyone for another month," she said to her husband between clenched teeth before adding, "Balloony, Paul's right. I am pregnant, but we're not stymied. We can do this. We can." "What about plan A?" Paul asked. "What about the sledgehammer?" "I don't see how," Balloony said with a sigh. "While I am shapeshifted, I have limits. I can't stretch far enough to get necessary leverage." "Understood," Paul replied. "But what if you positioned the transmitter in the vice and I smashed it with a sledgehammer? The vice was literally placed where it was to provide humans with ideal leverage. Perhaps with me swinging the sledgehammer, we can smash the transmitter. Whether I succeed or not, it's worth a try." "And the possible radiation?" Balloony asked. "We don't know how non-permeable I am regarding radiation, remember?" "Oh, I remember," Paul said. "I promise you that. Let's do a dry run. We'll have both doors open. I'll hit the vice with the sledge and run towards the front of the library. We can time it and see how long it takes." "To what end, darling?" Karen asked softly and lovingly. "No matter how long it takes, you're going to do it anyway, correct?" Well, yes, I suppose you're right, but I should do a few dry runs anyway, yes? Optimize my effort through practice so I'm in here as short of a time as possible, just in case." "Just in case you're exposed to radiation," Karen said with a sigh. "Possibly," Paul said, mirroring her sigh. "Hey, what's life without some risk, and what better reason to take risks than freedom, eh?" he said dolefully before adding, "And I'm not pregnant, so we don't have to worry about teratogens," he added in a hearty bonhomie. Teratogen, noun, an agent or factor which causes malformation of an embryo. Bonhomie, cheerful, friendliness, geniality. "Yes," Karen said, returning his smile, "no better cause than freedom. Come on, Thor, show us what you've got." "Balloony," Paul said, selecting the full-size sledgehammer from the tool rack, "give me some room for my practice swings."